Six Sages Gaming is brought to you by GamersGauntlet.net. Check them out for all your singles, sealed product, and playmats.
Hey guys, welcome to another Six Sages Gaming Deck Spotlight brought to you by Ultimate Guard and Gamers Gauntlet. Today we have for you Kyle's Fairies list. It's definitely a lot of people are asking for the light-based aggressive version with a Vivian, so this is definitely the updated list for BFA. So it just has a normal traditional package, but this one splashes for Ruler's Memoria just so you can play all the fairy spells, and it really does bring the best part of both decks together, the light version and the wind version. So it's definitely very interesting. You should guys check it out. But I'm going to be passing over to Kyle. First he'll talk about the ruler, then talk about the updated stone base, and then talk about the main board and side deck.
Hey guys, Kyle from Six Sages Gaming here to talk about my Reflect Fairies deck. First off, we have the ruler, which is Reflect. Reason being, he can cycle through cards, and you can untap your Vivian on the end of their turn to potentially get two guys out and then hit them pretty hard. Next we have the stone base, 4 Fairies Memorias, pretty obvious, gets all of our fairies out there for perfect mana. We then have 2 Gusting Skies. This is so that we can get the green wind sprite out on 1, and we want that white mana as opposed to some of the other colors because we want to be able to get Vivian potentially on 2. Lastly, the thing that separates it from a little bit of the other decks are the Ruler's Memorias. We're getting a little greedy in playing 5 colors, so we want to be able to hit those colors. And the way we do that is by playing 4 of the Artemis Bow. Artemis Bow is pretty good against Necrolance because you can come out of nowhere and kill their Necromancy while they're attacking, or just hit some guy for 400. We then have the Orbs for Reflect, so we can add some more counters on there and potentially draw cards if we think they're just playing like Dark Moonbeam or something like that. We then have the normal package of sprites, the 4 water sprites, so that you can draw more fairies. The 4 flame sprites, so that you can potentially just get in there with the swift flying or burn out some of their blockers. The wind sprites, we get the white mana and get that Vivian out on 2 so we can start pumping out more guys and get that turn 4 OTK. The Vivian's easily the best card in the deck. Pumps all your guys when she's putting the fairies out with her tap ability, and she's just a decent body with flying. We also added 4 Protection of Fairies because it's a free spell whenever it targets one of your fairy resonators, and potentially saves you from burn spells because you can banish it and prevent damage. Then we have some of the newer cards. Playing 4 of the Black Moon Fairies because you can chump block with it and get some of the guys that you want back, but most of the time you're trying to get that Flame Sprite back because it's got haste. Then we have 2 Titanias. She is huge and buffs all of your guys. She can also potentially be a 1-drop because she has the Convoke ability, which is you can tap your guys to pay 2 less mana. Then we have the Oberons. Randomly flashing in Titanias or other big fairies that you could have is just a great way for the deck to stop them from doing damage to you or killing off resonators that they didn't think would be able to die. Lastly, one of my favorite cards in the deck is the 1-drop with Flying and Quick Cast that when it enters, one of your fairies gets hexproof until end of turn. It's a big blowout because they're usually thinking that they're about to kill one of your guys off or just 2-for-1 you in combat, and then you get them in the face. Lastly, a Sprint. Usually we search this up to try and get that OTK. Next we're going to go over my sideboard options. Lots of people play red. We're playing 4 of the Down the Drain. Those just go insta-add into the deck as soon as we find out we're playing a red deck. We have currently 4 of the Fairy of Sacred Visions. There's a lot of Necrolance running around and just other additions or potentially the chance standbys for cheaper, like the Kaguya Bunnies. rabbit trap card, so we put that in there and try and blow that out before they can cast it. We also have, for the decks that like to go wide, the interdimensional escape. Just get some real good, especially the machines deck. Lastly, we have the sideboard tree package. We can side into tree when we're seeing somebody who goes too aggressively, and then we just get the big Alice out there to stop the damage and then kill them off with all the little fairies.
Alright guys, so that is Ackerman's fairy list. So again, tree being a great sideboard option. There's interdimensional escape and some other cards that really make it an interesting choice, but I think Ruler's Memoria and some of the things that are added really gives the fairy decks an opportunity to put the two decks together and get the best out of all the cards. So Dual Stones are going to have a great impact on the format in terms of letting people brew what they want to, and we definitely feel that fairies are not only something fun to play, but something that can be surprisingly competitive if people aren't packing escapes and if they're not ready for it. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps us out a ton. Check out gamersgauntlet.net for all your TCG needs, and make sure to check out Ultimate Guard's online shop. They have a lot of, or online store, they have a lot of great stuff that you can look up and try to get those products in at your LGS because they make amazing stuff. So, thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next 6 Sages Gaming Deck Spotlight. Have a good one.
Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and leave us a comment with what you thought of the video. Don't forget to subscribe to 6 Sage Gaming and check out some of the deck spotlights, dual series, and Force of Community videos that are already on the channel. We also have a Facebook and a Twitter, so feel free to find us there. Lastly, if you have a deck that you would like featured in a video, be sure to drop us a comment below. Until next time, take it easy.